point out, it's not selfish, baby, if it's self-love. Like, why? I do have to say, what somebody thinks about your decision is none of your business. You just have to let it go. You don't need to fix your looks. They need to fix their attitude. What's up, YouTube? And hey friends, it's your girl Julia, and today I want to be talking about how to stop caring about what other people think. But first, I just want to give a little disclaimer that I am not qualified to talk about any of this, and my college degree is not in like psychology or anything like that. These are just my own personal thoughts and opinions. So without further ado, let's get into it. There's something really important you should understand. There will always be a seat at the table for you. And if there's not a seat at the table for you, you will make your own table. I'm going to say that one more time. There will always be a seat at the table for you. And if there's not a seat at the table, you'll make your own table. Caring about what other people think, this is something I definitely struggle with for the longest time, especially with having social media. So this is like a really deep, like intimate conversation that I struggle with, so I wanted to just reach out to other people as well. So I think there's two scenarios that happen when we start to care about what other people think. The first scenario is we have fear and anticipation of what other people will think when we tell them about a huge lifestyle change or something simple, or asking for an opinion. And then the second scenario would be what people think about you based off your looks, how you act, who you are, what you say, things like that. So caring about what other people think is an endless trap, so stop that. I'm gonna talk about fear of anticipation first, and then I'm gonna talk about our looks and appearances. So the reason why I think fear and anticipation is a huge factor is because when we start to have fear and anticipation about telling something about a dramatic choice or decision we're gonna make, we start to shift our focus and our energy on everything else that's outside of us. And so, for example, when I wanted to dye my hair, I went to my parents. I was like, yeah, I want to dye my hair, yada yada yada. The first thing my dad says is, well, why do you want to dye your hair? Why do you want to be like everyone else? And my dad's been telling me that my whole life, is that if I change any of my appearance or alter my appearance, then I'm no longer myself. And I don't necessarily agree with that, which is a whole nother topic. But so some of the thoughts that will appear in your head when you start to get ready to tell somebody about a huge decision you're gonna make is, oh no, what are they gonna say? Or what if this doesn't work out? Or what if they think about me differently? And things like this. And these are just really negative thoughts to yourself. And you never want to speak negative affirmations to yourself. Always want to speak positive affirmations. And one of my biggest affirmations that definitely has changed my life is literally the phrase, I am enough. Because some of the biggest reasons why I feel like I wouldn't want to start a new business or make a change or do something like that is because I feel like deep down I wouldn't be good enough. But really, I am good enough. We're all good enough. We've always been good enough, friends. We're all good enough. Okay, so now that you've decided you want to make a decision, right? And so you're getting these negative affirmations in your head, right, that we were just talking about. Notice that this thought pattern is focused on what everyone else will think about your future choice except what you think about your choice. Notice that all these negative affirmations is basically shifting your thought pattern to think. Let me get my notes here. Calculating. Notice that this thought pattern is focused on what everyone else will think about your future choice except for what you will think. So I'm going to say that one more time. This thought pattern is focused on what everyone else will think about your future choice except for what you think about your future choice. So I just want to start by saying there's nothing wrong with you if you have fear and anticipation and care what other people think. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a super normal quality. Um, you know, I feel like personally I've been raised to feel and believe that I'm responsible for how other people feel, and that other people's reactions to my actions is my business. And I do have to say, what somebody thinks about your decision is none of your business. You just have to let it go, because what they think about you is none of your business. I encourage all of us to go outside of the box. Doing things outside of the box doesn't have to have a negative connotation. Some people think if I do go outside of the box, I'm going to be responsible for my family feeling guilt and shame if let's say if I didn't want to go to college. But I always encourage us to think outside of the box. I think when we think outside of the box, that's when we become our most creative and original souls, and coming outside of the box is when you really start to realize who you are and how you can grow. So, like I was saying, how people feel about your actions is none of your business. And when I was talking about negative affirmations, this is a really good positive affirmation to tell yourself, is that, okay, I accept what this person is saying, but it's none of my business. What they think about me is none of my business. And I feel like most people are gonna be right here and saying, if they're talking about me, if my name is in their mouth, then it's my business. And I think what they think about you is none of your business. So how do we stop this fear and anticipation? Well, I have some tips here and some tricks that could definitely help you. So we definitely have to shift our anticipation of what other people will think about our choice, our future choice, to what do I think about my future choice and decision. And so when I say shift, I have this really beautiful idea. It's called a flip-flop chart, which is something I would really like to discuss. So let me know if you want me to post another video about how to turn negative thoughts into positive ones with a chart I've created myself. It's called the flip-flop chart. But I don't really want to get into that right now. So when you feel these rising fear and anticipation, the best thing to do is observe them. Is observe how you're feeling. Observe how your body's feeling. Are you anxious? Are you hot? Are you clammy? Are you jittery? Are you hungry? How your body is reacting is those are your emotions. So it's really important to just sit back for 1 second. Don't act on this fear and anticipation, but observe your fear and anticipation of the situation. And ask yourself, how will I feel when I make this choice or change? And then, will you experience joy? Will you experience happiness? You have to tune out everybody and think about solely and truly about yourself and how you will feel about the decision, how this decision will affect you. Will it bring you joy? Will it bring you happiness? And you have to cling on to that, because you are making this decision for those reasons. To be happy, to be joyful, to make a change, to do better. Another beautiful tip I want to point out. It's not selfish, baby, if it's self-love. It's not selfish if it's self-love. It's not selfish if it's self-love. Okay? So, when you're going to make this decision, picture yourself. Picture yourself what your life is going to look like after you make this decision. Are you going to be happy? Are you going to feel joy? Are you going to feel like, yes, I'm finally moving in the right direction? If you need to cling on to those thoughts. Those are the thoughts that matter. Those are the thoughts that are your business. Okay? Let's see. I have here. So, they always say what mom says, they always say moms know the best, which I can't argue that thought, which is absolutely true. But I do have to say that no one else can know what is best for you except for you. So if you firmly do decide to tell your friends or family about the decision, you're gonna get that judgment, you're gonna get the criticism, you're gonna get the feedback that you don't want to hear. It's gonna happen. And when you hear those things, remember to observe what they're saying, and how do what they're saying make you feel, and how do you feel. And understand that people use their own life experiences and their own personal view of the world to influence how they perceive everything that exists outside of them. And of course, this is all done subconsciously. So people are giving you their criticism and their judgment based off their own life personal experiences, because that's what they know. And the decisions you're making, the reason why they're different is because you have your own life experiences. So when they start to give you this judgment, this criticism, observe what they're saying. How are you feeling? How is it making you feel? I think the biggest thing too is when people come at you with judgment and criticism is you can't take it as a personal attack. You just can't. You can't get defensive about it. You can't feel like it's a personal attack, because subconsciously they're going to tell you how they feel about your decision based off their beliefs and their personal views. They don't see what you see because they're looking through their own lens. You see what you see, and you're making the decision that you are choosing because you are looking through your life through your lens. Your lens is the only lens that matters. Your lens is your business. So, you can hear what these people have to say. Of course, listen. You always want to listen. It's always best to, just really just actively listen to what people are telling you. I think it's really important that everybody shares their views, that you validate that everybody's opinion is, that you make sure that the person that you're having a conversation with, that you let them know that their values and their opinions are appreciated and accepted and free of judgment. But you have to tell yourself, I know my decision will make me feel blank, and insert like a good emotion. I know that I'm going to make this decision because in the end it's going to make me happy. So, for example, when I wanted to go to college, my parents wanted me to go to the college near my town, and I was like, hell no, I need to go far away from you. I need to get out of town. I need to go figure out who I am and get away from you, get a little bit of independency. And they weren't digging that. They're like, if we're gonna help you out, you have to go to the college we want to go to. And I wasn't for that. I said, this is the school I want to go to. This is the decision I'm making because it's gonna make me happy in the end. So, key tips for fear anticipation. Tune into how you feel when people tell you how they feel about your choice. And then shift the focus on what do they think to what do I think. Shift from what do they think to what do I think. So, 3 steps. Observe your thoughts. Shift them. And then when someone is telling you like their judgment, you have to keep telling yourself that it is not personal attack. Rather, tell yourself that they're telling you their opinion based off their own life view, so you can accept it, but understand that you're making this decision because you will feel happy. How they feel is none of your business. What did I write? Okay, so welcome to part 2. We're going to be talking about how to stop caring about what other people think of you based off your looks, based off how you act, based off things you say. So I think there's 2 reasons why we give a shit. So first one is, you think it's your job to focus your energy on how other people view you. You think it's your personal job to uphold a certain image so this person will think you're that person. And 2, you have elevated others' opinions above your own. You have convinced yourself that if so-and-so thinks this about me, they must be right. You have now put someone else's opinions on a pedestal above your own. And now doing that, this is a toxic rabbit hole of just self-judgment and negative affirmations. And just because somebody tells you something negative about you, and it might be something you're insecure about, you know, it's a toxic rabbit hole to repeat those things that these people are saying to you. So for example, I used to get bullied a lot for my huge forehead. People say it's like a 5 head. I feel like I have more of the chubbier arms, but that's just me. I also have keratosis pilaris on the back of my arms, so the back of my arms get really red. So those are a few things I'm insecure about, and some people do point them out. They compare me to Megamind, which, here's a picture of Megamind if y'all don't know who Megamind is. So first of all, I don't think I'm any of these things. I am not Megamind. I am beautiful, and my forehead just accentuates the rest of my face. Okay, so why? Like, why do we care? Why do we give such a shit? I think it's because when somebody attacks your insecurities, it's subconsciously your body trying to repair the ego that those words just hurt. So, you know, when the ego feels attacked via judgment, it feels like it needs to repair itself by two things. One, it'll either lash out at the person that said the judgment, or two, you will be sad and reminiscing for days and hours on what someone else said and figuring out how to internally repair said attack. And you don't need to repair yourself, because you're not those things that these people say. You're not those things. Okay, so why do we hold other people on a pedestal? Why the hell do we put people above me? I know multiple times in relationships, I will put a guy over me thinking I have to literally be his. Why did I put him on a pedestal when I should be the one on the pedestal? Right. Okay, so I think personally, you could agree or not, I was raised subconsciously that everyone kind of already knows what's best for me except for me. You know, growing up, my parents were like, eat your vegetables, go to class, do this, do that. I know what's best for you. I sound like Uncle Sam. Pay your taxes. You have to abandon both frames of thinking. You have to abandon lashing out at these people when they judge you and point out your insecurities, and you have to abandon crying and getting in the fetal position about what they said and tearing yourself up and wanting to change everything about you. Personally, I have a really big upper lip and not a lot of upper lip going on over here. And so when people say something like, you know, when you smile, you don't have any upper lip, it's like, okay, I don't care what you have to say because my lips are luscious. But just because this person said something about my lips doesn't mean I need to go alter them. I don't need to go get an injection just because they think my lips should be bigger. It's about how I think about my lips, not how they think about my lips. Okay, so, and I shouldn't have to waste my time and energy trying to convince this person that I'm beautiful the way I am, because I don't need to change how they feel about me, because it's none of my business. So how to stop caring about when people attack your insecurities or judge you or call you out. Like I said, observing who you are. This is a perfect time, since we're in quarantine, to literally do an experiment on who you are. Watch yourself, study yourself. Who are you? Who the hell are you? So after someone has said something to you that, you know, you feel judged, you feel attacked, observe right after they express how they feel. How do you feel? How is this making you feel? How is your body feeling again? Are you hot? Are you anxious? Are you Are you angry? Do you want to fight this person? Are you sad? Are you lonely? How are you feeling? You need to take in consideration and jot these thoughts down. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling this way? You know, what's triggering these emotions? How can I control these emotions? If you know what sadness feels like physically, then you can know how to control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, when I get angry, my hands tense up, I get clammy, I get like, my muscles start to clench, and that's how I kind of know my body is like telling me, Julia, you're angry. And so when I start to feel my body change, I can start to control myself. I can say, okay, don't act on these emotions. Don't just throw my fist in the air because it's ready. Okay, so like I was saying, tune into how you're feeling. Observe your feelings. Observe yourself. You know, I do this all the time. I'm so guilty of this. You could literally get trapped trying to wrap your head around why they think this about you, and ultimately not feeling like, why do they think this, or how can I be less annoying, or how can I get better, how can I fix this? You don't need to fix anything. If they're attacking your looks, you're already enough. You don't need to fix your looks. They need to fix their attitude. People are gonna judge you based off their personal experiences. That's just something you have to learn to accept, is everybody's gonna have their own personal experiences and values, and that's what they believe. So anything and then they're gonna subconsciously want you to believe what they're saying because that's what they know. So like, let's say, you know, you come home from winter break or something and your parents go, wow, you're looking a little chubby. And you're like, well, you know, I don't really like how you approached me, but you know, I think I might agree with you. So I think it's really important that you can see someone's point of view without having a personal attachment to it. You can have open and active ears to what they're saying and choose not to accept it and choose not to attach like that energy to you. And then you can decide in your own head if their opinion is something you align with or not, and then that's your decision. Write down how you felt when someone criticized and judged you. So, you know, my ex-boyfriend used to call me annoying. So when he called me annoying, I felt hurt, I felt confused, I felt like I would never say something like that to him, so why would he say it to me? I'm so hurt. And then it's always important, like I said, remind yourself that others are trying to influence you to seeing things their way, and write down what views and beliefs you think they're trying to impose on you when they judge you. So, you know, I believe the person that told me, you know, my ex that told me I was annoying probably really didn't like an extroverted personality. I'm really bubbly. I'm just really out there, where he was a more of an introverted person. So, you know, he has like a less going out personality. So whatever it is, it's really not my responsibility to understand or care why they feel how they feel about me. So, and then the last one, reinforce internally a positive affirmation to yourself, meaning in your mind, what you think of yourself apart from what they think of you. What do you think of yourself apart from what they think of you in a positive way? So, like this. I believe I'm not annoying. I also believe I can't be everyone's cup of tea, and not everyone's cup of tea is tea. I have extroverted personality, which means I'm really outgoing, so maybe I need to spend more time, you know, getting myself out there with other extroverted personalities. Whatever it is, it's not my responsibility to dampen my personality, change who I am, just to make someone else feel better, because I love my personality and I can't be responsible for how other people feel. So thank you coming from my TED Talk. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment to my page. I do post videos every Sunday. Thank you. Love you.